Ever feel like loneliness is just messing with your head? Like literally changing how you see things?
Yeah.
We're diving into some fascinating research today that suggests it might be.
Yeah, it's true. Loneliness, isn't just a feeling, It can actually, distort your social perception.
So it's not just me. I'm not like imagining that people are less friendly than they actually are.
No, not at all. This research shows lonely people often miss, the positive signals, that others are sending.
Whoa. So like someone could be showing me they care and I'm totally oblivious? So let's talk about this social perception distortion thing. How does loneliness actually mess with how we see the world?
Okay, so imagine you're at a party, right? Feeling lonely. Someone smiles at you, tries to start a conversation. You might interpret that as pity, not genuine interest.
Ouch. Yeah, that's got to sting.
Exactly. And it can become like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you react negatively, the other person might back off, which, reinforces your feeling of isolation.
Right, right. This isn't just speculation, right? There's actual research backing this up.
Absolutely. Studies have shown lonely people um, perceive less care and regard from others, even when objective measures show no difference.
So even if someone is genuinely being kind, a lonely person might not register it?
Precisely. Their loneliness acts like a filter, blocking out the positive signals.
Man, this can't be good for relationships.
It's definitely a challenge if you constantly misinterpret your partner's actions. It can lead to conflict and distance.
So even if you're in a loving relationship, loneliness can like sabotage it?
Yeah, it can create a wedge. You might feel unsupported, even if, your partner is trying their best.
It sounds like a vicious cycle. Loneliness leads to misinterpretations, which leads to more loneliness.
Exactly. It's a self-perpetuating loop. And it's important to recognize it, to break free.
So how do we break the cycle? If we're not even aware of the positive interactions, how can we like change things?
Well, awareness is the first step, right? Recognizing that your perception might be skewed is key.
Okay, so I realize I'm being like overly sensitive. Then what?
Then you can start challenging your negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is there another way to interpret this situation?
So instead of assuming someone's being condescending, I could consider they're just being friendly.
Exactly. It's about actively looking for the positive.
Is there any like professional help that can be useful in these situations?
Yeah, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can be incredibly effective.
How does that work?
CBT helps you identify and challenge those negative thought patterns. It teaches you to reframe your thinking and see things in a more balanced way.
So it's like retraining your brain to see the good. Is there like any evolutionary reason why loneliness would make us misinterpret social cues?
Well, some researchers believe it's a protective mechanism. If you're living in a threatening environment, you know, being wary of others might keep you safe.
So it's like an overactive defense system?
Exactly. But in a modern context where we're surrounded by, mostly well-meaning people, it can backfire.
This explains why loneliness can be so chronic for some people.
Absolutely. It's not just a matter of being alone, right? It's about how your brain interprets your social world.
So even if you have social interactions, you might not benefit from them if you're not like perceiving them accurately. Any final thoughts on this hidden burden of loneliness?
Loneliness is a serious issue, but it's not insurmountable. By understanding how it affects our perception, we can, start to break free.
That was a great discussion. Thanks for sharing your insights.